Hi, I'm Donna and I'm from the North Carroll branch. Today I'd like to share one of my favorite series, the Agatha Raisin Mystery Series by M.C. Beaton. Are you familiar with M.C. Beaton? You may be and not realize it. She's had such a varied career. Marion Chesney Gibbons was born in Scotland in 1936 and started working as a bookseller in charge of the fiction department at John Smith & Sons Limited. She got an offer to review variety shows from the Scottish Daily Mail and became their theater critic. From there, she worked as a fashion editor and eventually as a newspaper reporter where she reported on crime. Marion got married, had a son, and moved to the U.S. After working as a waitress in a greasy spoon in Alexandria, Virginia, she and her husband were offered jobs at Rupert Murdoch's new tabloid, The Star, which meant a move to New York. Because her son was very young, Marion wanted to stay home, and there she began writing historical romances under her maiden name, Marion Chesney, as well as a number of other pseudonyms such as Charlotte Ward and Anne Fairfax. This started in 1979. After she had written about 100 romances, she decided to write detective stories under the pseudonym M.C. Beaton. Upon returning to live in Britain, she started writing her Hamish Macbeth series. Eventually, her family moved to the Cotswolds, where Agatha Raisin was created. The first of the series was called Agatha Raisin and the Quiche of Death, and it was published in 1992. There have been 30 novels and 2 short stories in total in the Agatha Raisin series. Beating About the Bush was published just last year. Sadly, this is the last in the series, as M.C. Beaton died on December 30th, 2019. She was 83. But wait, this just in. I have recently discovered that the 31st Agatha Raisin mystery, Hot to Trot, will be released on November 17th. This is a continuation of the story in Beating About the Bush. If you'll note, the cover shows M.C. Beaton's name with R.W. Green, which leads me to believe that R.W. Green may have finished this story. It also makes me wonder if perhaps more Agatha Raisin stories are in the works. Guess we'll just have to wait to find out. Agatha Raisin is the name of the amateur sleuth in these mysteries. She was born and raised in a Birmingham slum, but has worked hard to better herself and has had a successful career in public relations in London. Growing weary of the rat race, Agatha sells her agency and at the age of 53 moves to the Cotswolds to the village of Carsley. While looking for the idyllic village life, she solves some murders. Eventually, she starts her own PI firm, makes friends with some of the villagers, such as Bill Wong, a policeman, Mrs. Bloxby, the wife of the vicar, Doris Simpson, her cleaner, and some of her employees. She has some relationships with men as well, including Sir Charles Frayth, a Playboy nobleman, and James Lacey, her next-door neighbor. And she's always looking for love. Not everyone is Agatha's friend, however. Agatha is, above all, very human, and being human, she has flaws. At times, she can be impatient, jealous, headstrong, man-hungry, vain, bored, obstinate, and frustrated. She often tells it like it is, and people often dislike her bluntness, so she's not a favorite of many. While on the job, she incurs wrath as she fearlessly questions people in sleuths and sometimes gets herself in messy situations. Still, she's intelligent and witty, and even endearing as at times she reveals her vulnerabilities. These mysteries are considered cozies, and it's fun to watch Agatha work to unravel mysteries in the nearby villages. She interacts with many villagers from all backgrounds and becomes a success in solving mysteries, though there are some people who say that she is merely lucky. So should you read these mysteries in order? My answer is, it's great if you can, but not necessary. You may want to start with the first, just to become familiar with the premise. Relationships in these books do develop and change, but these books can also stand alone as fun mysteries as well. This is a fun series, cozy mysteries with an English village flavor and lots of great characters and plenty of humor. I think you can't go wrong with an Agatha Raisin mystery. I should mention that Agatha Raisin is also a TV show. Filmed in Britain, Ashley Jensen plays Agatha Raisin. Hardcore Agatha Raisin readers have a bone to pick with this TV show. Notably, that the characters don't look a thing like they are portrayed in the books. But if you set that aside, they do use the stories that are in the books. And if you just take it as a standalone and try not to compare too much, you'll find that these are entertaining in their own right. If you are a really hardcore Agatha Raisin reader, these might not be for you, but you could try one and form your own opinion. Books from this series are available in many formats: book, large type, audiobooks, and digital. Check CCPL's catalog or give us a call to order.